Shadows of Atonement by B. Edward Blackmon. Dedication to Courtney, my wife, my muse, and the love of my life. Through every high and every low, you've shaped the man I am today. Though our journey hasn't been easy, it's been ours. And for that, I'm grateful. This story, in its rawness and pain, is as much about love as it is about loss. Thank you for the memories we built, the lessons I've learned, and for being the spark that still burns within me. Always. To Clark, my pride and my strength, you are the reason I keep going, the light that cuts through even the darkest moments. May you always know your worth, and may you never be afraid to chase your dreams. This story is for you too, because it's about survival, resilience, and finding yourself even when the world tries to tear you apart. Keep fighting, son. You're more than enough. Chapter 1. Prologue. The end. To those who might care enough to read this, I've spent 44 years trying to be someone who mattered, someone worth loving, someone who made a difference, and someone to make you proud. I've failed at literally every turn. Teaching was supposed to be my purpose, my way of giving back, but all I did was waste my time. I never reached them, never made the impact I dreamed of, but that was my calling, and I even failed at that. Maybe the real reason why you left me, why you found comfort in other men. We all make choices, but I don't blame her, though. How could she love a man who couldn't even love himself? I tried to be a good man, to live by the values I thought were right. I never strayed, never let my eyes wander, even when the world around me offered temptation. Other women may have shown interest, but it never meant anything to me, because I only ever had eyes for you. Every advance was met with silence or politely turned away, because in my heart, you were the only one. I never wanted anyone else, never needed anything more than what I thought we had. I thought that if I could just stay true, if I could be the man I promised to be, it would be enough. But I see now I wasn't enough. Not for you, not for our marriage, not even for myself. To my love, Elizabeth, my one and only connection, my soulmate, my person. I want you to know that no matter what happened between us, you have always been the love of my life. From the moment I met you, I knew there was no one else for me. You walked into my life and everything shifted. It was as if the world finally made sense. I couldn't imagine my life without you, and even now, I can't fathom what it would have been without you in it. Even in my darkest moments, when it felt like everything was falling apart, my love for you never wavered. I know I wasn't enough. I know I failed you in so many ways, and I carry that weight with me every day. I wasn't the perfect husband, and I couldn't give you the happiness you deserve. But none of that ever changed how I felt about you. I loved you more than life itself, more than anything I've ever known. I hope one day you'll find the happiness I couldn't give you, that you'll find the peace I always wished for you. I never gave up on you or on us, and I'll try again in the next life to fulfill the love I know we were meant to have. But it's hard to express how much I fought for us, how much I believed in us, even after everything, when I found out the truth about you and Bishop and the others from before. It broke me in ways I didn't know I could be broken. The betrayal felt like a burning knife being thrust continuously into my heart. And there were nights when I would lie awake, out of my mind, wondering how we'd ended up here. How the woman I loved, the one I had built my life around, could seek comfort in the arms of another. But even then, even when the truth came crashing down on me, I couldn't walk away. I stayed right by your side when you were sick, dying with COVID, and soon after, when everyone else gave up on you, I was the only one who fought for you when no one else would. Do you remember when your own mother turned her back on you? When the doctor said there was no hope? I didn't listen to them. I fought with everyone, your mother, the doctors, the hospitals, as I pushed and pleaded, refusing to let them keep you institutionalized in that hell-like place that was making you worse. They said you were too far gone, but I knew better. I was the one who got you out, who won that battle for your freedom. When you finally came home, when you pretended to reconcile with me, I thought maybe, just maybe, I'd brought you back for us, that somehow I'd saved us. But you weren't really coming back to me, were you? You were just making sure you were still taken care of, using that fake reconciliation so you wouldn't have to face this life alone because I was helpful. I still remember every single one of the 90 minutes that morning when you said we would try and that you were done with the divorce and Bishop. We made out and held each other's naked bodies, and you apologized for it all. And I bought in. For 30 minutes out of 4 months, I had a real sense of hope for our future together. And afterwards, you treated me like some kind of friend or a girlfriend, someone to help you, but never close enough to truly love. You even told your family we were going to try again. But like always, you never let anyone in on the truth. And after everything I did, after getting you healthy enough to go back to work, to have your life back, you wouldn't even share your body heat with me when I needed it most. Do you remember that night in the freezing rain when I was soaked through, shaking with cold, standing there with your dog while you looked at me through the window and turned away? You were inside, warm and safe. And I came in from out there. I was broken and freezing, needing just a little bit of comfort. But you wouldn't even give me that, not even to share your body heat lying beside me. That was the moment I realized how far you'd gone, how little I really meant to you. I fought for you when no one else did. I gave everything I had, and you couldn't even offer me the most minimal, basic human connection when I was at my lowest. And still I couldn't walk away. Even then, I stayed, because despite it all, despite the betrayals and the lies, I loved you with every part of me, and I still do. Everyone told me to leave, to give up. They said I was a fool for staying, for trying to fix something that was shattered beyond repair. Even my own friends abandoned me, siding with you, believing your version of the story. I became the villain in everyone's eyes, the man who wasn't good enough, the man who failed his wife. No one wanted to hear my side, to understand that I was still fighting for us, that I believed in our love even when no one else did. I stayed, Liz. I stayed when everyone said I shouldn't, when they told me I deserved better, that you weren't worth the fight anymore. But I knew you were. I always believed that. I knew that what we had wasn't something I could walk away from. I believed in my heart that we could find our way back to each other, that there was something left worth saving. I fought and found a way for us, but you didn't want it. I was loving, dependable, helpful, and did everything for you, but I wasn't exciting enough. I forgave you. I forgave you for everything because I couldn't bear the thought of losing you. I couldn't let go of the life we had built, of the memories we'd shared, of the dreams we had once had together. I clung to the hope that we could rebuild, that somehow through all the pain we could find a way to heal. And yet it wasn't enough. No matter how hard I tried, no matter how much I loved you, I couldn't change the way things had fallen apart. I couldn't undo the damage, and I couldn't stop you from drifting further away. I watched as the distance between us grew, and I felt powerless to stop it. It tore me apart inside, but I stayed. When you were put into the psych ward and everyone wanted you to leave you there, I fought for you until I got you out. I stayed and fought because I loved you. Because I couldn't imagine life without you in it. Even if that meant enduring the hurt, the betrayal, and the constant reminders of what we had lost. I know I wasn't perfect. I know I made mistakes, and I take responsibility for my parts and what happened to us. I hope you know that I really tried to be a better provider for you and Alex, but I need you to understand that, through it all, my love for you never faltered. Not once. Even when you were with him, even when you left me standing in the wreckage of our marriage, I still loved you. I still wanted to fight for you, and I did. I still wanted us, but a new version to be built on the ashes of what was, with all of this new knowledge and understanding we had of each other. You were my everything, Elizabeth, my one and only. And even though we didn't make it, even though we couldn't find our way back, I want you to know I never gave up on you. I never stopped believing in the love we shared, the love I still carry with me. I hope that one day you'll find the happiness I couldn't give you. But please know that my love for you was real. It was the truest thing I've ever known, and it always will be. I never gave up on you, Elizabeth, and I never will. In this life or the next, I will love you forever and always. To my son, Alexander, if you read this, know that I'm truly sorry. Sorry for not being the father, the man, and the role model that you deserved. Sorry for the disappointment I know I've been to you. I've seen the way you look at me when you don't think I'm looking. Pity mixed with disgust. And I don't even blame you. You've always deserved better. And I wish I could have been the dad you needed. The one who could have guided you, supported you, and showed you both your potential and how much you meant to me. You mean everything to me. But I couldn't be who you needed, and for that, I am deeply sorry. I hope you can forgive me for leaving, for not being stronger. You deserve so much more than I could ever offer or show you. You are the best parts of me and the best thing I've ever had a hand in creating. Alex, my son, please don't let my failures ever define you. You have so much potential, so many dreams you can still achieve. I want you to know that none of this is your fault. My struggles, my pain, my inability to make anything of myself, these are my burdens, not yours. Don't carry them with you. Don't let my choices, my end, stop you from reaching for the life you deserve. You are capable of so much more than I ever was, and I want you to believe that with all of your heart. Everything I have, whatever little it may be that is left, I leave to you. I want you to use it to build the life that I couldn't give you, to chase your dreams with everything you've got, and hope that one day you'll look back and know that, despite everything, I loved you more than anything in this world. I never wanted this, never wanted to leave you or cause you more pain, but I see no other option left to me. I've been trapped alone in this darkness that I can't escape. It's always been there, and I'm tired of fighting. I'm so tired. But you're strong, stronger than me, stronger than I ever was, and you can barely drive. You can fight on, you can win, and you can live a life that I could only have dreamt of. I want you to know that I am proud of you. Proud of all of your accomplishments, of the man you're becoming, of your strength, integrity, and your resilience to all of the adversity life has thrown at you. Don't let my weakness be your downfall. You're more than my son. You're my legacy, my hope for something better. Live for yourself, achieve your dreams, and know that in my own broken way, I loved you with all of my heart. I want you to find some form of happiness in life, and never let anyone slow you down or stop you from your dreams. Never give up on your dreams for others. In the end, all you may have are those dreams. Please forgive me and move forward. That's all I ever wanted for you. Now to everyone else, those who watched me crumble while putting on a brave face, I know none of you saw this coming. You couldn't have. But that's the point, isn't it? That brave face, the smile, the forced laughter. It was all a mask. And I wore it so well that none of you thought to look past it. None of you even thought to ask if I was really okay. If maybe I needed more than a passing conversation or a quick, "How are you?" that we both knew I'd never answer truthfully. It's not entirely your fault, I know. I never made it easy to see the cracks. But still, there's a part of me that wonders if just one of you had stopped, really stopped, and looked beyond the surface, would it have made a difference? I don't blame you for not seeing it. None of you cared enough to dig deeper, to be a real friend or family member and listen to me. Maybe you were busy with your own lives, your own struggles. Maybe you didn't want to get too close to the darkness you sensed in me. I get it. But in the end, I needed more than casual concern, more than surface level empathy. I needed someone to truly hear me, to see me, to understand that I was drowning while pretending to swim. But no one did. And now, looking back, I wonder if maybe I was always meant to do this alone. The truth is, I've been dead inside for a long time. Longer than any of you would believe. I've mastered the art of looking fine, of keeping up appearances, but inside I've been hollow, a shell of who I used to be. I've tried to reach out in my own ways, dropping hints, showing cracks here and there. No one ever picked up on them. No one ever saw the person behind the mask, and eventually, I stopped hoping anyone would. This world was never meant for me, and I finally accepted that. I fought it for so long, fought to belong, to be enough, to matter. But deep down, I've always known I was different, that I wasn't cut out for this life. Maybe I wasn't strong enough, or maybe the world was just too harsh, too indifferent. I don't know. What I do know is that I've been holding on to something that was never meant to be mine. A life I was never meant to live. I truly believe I should have died when I was 15, when that aneurysm hit and everything stopped. Or maybe one of those other times when my heart gave out. Those moments felt like fate's way of telling me it was over, that my time had come. But I persisted. I fought to stay alive for reasons that even I don't understand now. And for that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for holding on when I should have let go, for dragging myself and all of you through years of struggle and pain. I thought I could find something to live for, something to make all of this worth it, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. So to those of you who watched and said nothing, who saw my pain and turned away, know that I don't hate you for it. I don't even blame you anymore. But just so that you know, I've been gone for a long time. The person you thought I was, the one you believed had it all together, that person hasn't existed in years. And now I'm finally ready to let the rest of me go, too. Maybe now, without me dragging everyone down, you can all find some peace. I never wanted to be a burden to you all, and knowing that I was, I apologize. Goodbye.